Hold on. Let me see. This thing on? Oh, all right, there go the light. What's good, people? Show me CJ the DJ, the 6 to 10 check-in on E93.
What's up, everybody? SSU. It's your big dog, Kenya Kabim from E93, Savannah's hip hop and R&B leader. You can check me out Monday through Friday from 2 to 6 p.m.
It's your boy Cooley. Make your moves, man. Get your mind right and keep your grind tight. Keep them haters hating and that check thumbing.
And man, let me tell you, what inspired me to get into radio? Well, I'm from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So growing up in Atlanta, I used to listen to V103 radio station growing up. And listen to V103, man, I used to listen to cats like Ryan Cameron, Greg Street. You know, this was like my generation. There was also a dude named Mike Roberts who used to be on the radio. He used to have a morning show growing up in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So those were my inspirations to be on the radio.
What inspired me to become a DJ, it was really like three things. For one, I was already doing it and not realizing it. Like, I was making mix CDs and people was riding in my car like, man, you always jamming when I'm in here. Like, you just always got something new or you just got something classic playing. So that right there stemmed off of it. And then for three, like I tell the story, I got suspended from school and I had to do some sanctions and I had a guidance counselor and she was basically asking me what I do with my life. What do I do throughout my day? And I was like, I couldn't really tell her nothing productive besides hooping. I mean, everybody hoops and go to class. So, I mean, that made me dig a little deeper.
I never knew I wanted to be a DJ, to be honest with you. I knew I always wanted a career in music. I know when in first grade, when kids was like, when I grew up, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a policeman, I want to be a music man. I drew a stick man with music notes around him. So I knew I always wanted to do something in music. I didn't know that it was going to be DJing per se. One thing just led to another, and when I landed and got hold of it, man, I just fell in love with it. And for me, it was always, or it still is, it's always about progression.
Radio is still relevant today because the thing is that, people from a local aspect, people need to know what's going on in their community. So that's why local radio still is relevant because, if you turn to satellite radio, you won't be able to find out what's going on, in your city. You want to know where to turn up. You want to know where the community events are happening. You want to know what's going on in your neighborhood. So that's why local radio is relevant, and it's always going to be relevant. Local radio is never going to go away. People said that back in the day when I first started, when the satellite radio was coming out, local radio is here to stay.
I try to what people think, man. I don't think radio or DJing is going anywhere, man. I mean, you're right. Folks got Pandora, you got Spotify, you got iTunes. You can sit there and listen to what songs you want when you want. But then there's also things that radio personalities can offer that no app can give you. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment news. Giving you the heads up on what's going on with your favorite celebrities. Giving you updates. On what's going on in the community, what's going on in the world. Sometimes, depending on the personality, just giving you, their own personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks are going to always love Kenya for his personality. You know what I'm saying? There's folks who love, Charlemagne, on the Breakfast Club for his personality. That's not something that you can get off of an app.
Listeners don't have the taste the DJ has. The DJ is not a jukebox. He's not an iPod. So that's why you have Spotify, all that. So when you're in a club or at any event and people are requesting, you only get so many requests before we start charging. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between Spotify. Like, this ain't just pick what you want to hear. This is you trust my groove. And at the end of the party, if the overall groove was wrong, then I'm a bad DJ in your eyes. That's just the DJ's fault. But you shouldn't need no Spotify. Like, why hire the DJ? Or why even have a DJ? So I feel like they're definitely relevant just from a taste perspective. People forget about the taste. It's like the DJ's taste in music and his crowd control, like, that's priceless.
Yeah, well, we get involved through the community through events as far as public service events. Like, I've done fundraisers for the Alzheimer's Association, for the American Diabetes Association, so people can understand and get awareness about a disease that's killing lots of African Americans. I've done fundraisers and charity events for CASA, which helps out abused and neglected children. So that's how we stay active in the community as a radio personality.
In a way, we can either influence or cause somebody to look at it from another view. You know what I'm saying? like I said, and I stress it enough, you know what I'm saying? Folks fall in love with radio personalities for two reasons. You know, one, we're either saying what you're thinking, or, you know, you got some folks who we saying the opposite of what you're thinking. So, you know, it's like, he wrong. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you know, hate it or love it, you know. But I don't think we can change the minds of people. But I do believe that, you know, we can, you know, influence, inspire, motivate.
We change minds just through, you know, our day-to-day dealings with people, you know, in the streets. You know, I'm a dude that is, you know, from a single parent family. Life wasn't easy for me, and I share my story. And, you know, when I share my story, it changes minds. It lets people know that, okay, this is a guy that worked hard to get to where he is today. If I work hard, if I, you know, focus on my dreams, I can do whatever I want to do. You know, so I mean, I feel like that's how we have a lot of, you know, influence, and we change minds, we change perceptions of how people look at us as African Americans.
Situations like with Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, Trayvon Martin, you know, folks were calling in and they were upset, you know what I'm saying, and radio was that outlet for you to, you know what I'm saying, not just, it's one thing when you make an angry Facebook status, it's another thing when you having a conversation with other people, but, you know, for folks to be able to call in and say how they feel and it's just raw, you know, I think that helps people a lot, you know what I'm saying. I even had a few folks who, if you listen to it, it sounded like they were snapping at me, but really they weren't, you know what I'm saying, and it wasn't just black, it was, you know, white as well, Hispanic, everybody, you know, I think, and that's something that, you know, Pandora can't give you, that's something that Spotify can't give you, you know, that's something that whatever app you listen to music on, it can't give you that, it can't give you a personality who can, you know what I'm saying, not just hold the mic to their own voice and say what they have to say, but, you know, share the mic for you and other folks in the community to say what you have to say as well.